திரு ஆனந்த் ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் அவர்களின் சாதாரண பங்கு அசாதாரண லாபம் தமிழ் வடிவம் இப்போது கிண்டிலில் கிடைக்கிறது. இந்த புத்தகம் புதிய முதலீட்டாளர்களுக்கு பங்குச்சந்தை பற்றிய ஒரு அறிமுகமாக இருக்கும். இந்த புத்தகத்தை நீங்கள் கிண்டிலில் வாங்க விரும்பினால் வீடியோவின் கீழே இருக்கும் லிங்கை கிளிக் செய்யுங்கள்.
Good evening. Today I want to talk about the state of the economy. If one believes Krishnamurthy Subramaniam, then we are in for a V-shaped recovery. But the truth seems to be very far off from that. There are certain sectors of the industry which are in a lot of trouble. Today I want to talk about the services sector. The services sector is mainly made of insurance, banking, telecom, but the most important portion is the restaurants, tourism, and the hospitality sector. The hospitality sector is really badly hurt. And how badly hurt is that in the United States things are not still back to normal in spite of the US government giving direct aid to the industry and the Federal Reserve giving lot of cheap loans. In India things have been bad and I have been crying from the rooftops. Yesterday a news came in the pink papers that shocked me. There was an old company called Asian Hotel. There was a problem between promoters and then it became Asian Hotels West and East. The Asian Hotels West owns the Regency Hotel in Bombay. It's one of the premier five-star hotels in Bombay, and the general manager of the hotel yesterday announced that the Hotel Regency had shut down completely. There is no money to pay electricity, there is no money to pay staff, and therefore the hotel is closed until further notice. The general manager added, they have been surviving so long because Asian Hotels West, headquartered in Delhi, was transferring money. His name is Marva, and Marva added that Asian Hotels West headquarters in Delhi stopped transferring money for the last 2 months, and therefore there was no way he could run operations. So, all these talk of systematic lockdowns ending and starting to wind down and things will become normal is all a lot of baloney. What is the reality is that those who want liquidity are not getting liquidity from banks in time. Those who don't want money are getting a lot of money. This is what Lord Keynes said. Bankers lend money to those who don't need it and often don't lend to money who really need money. Today, hospitality sector is one which badly needs money. One of the most iconic restaurants in Madras is the Woodlands Hotel on Radhakrishnan Road. On Radhakrishnan Road, very popular among vegetarian eaters. The hotel had a branch in Mount Road on Dun Building called Mathura. Mathura was a popular eatery among people over the last 30 years. Crowds had been declining even before that. But after the pandemic hit and the restrictions came on people working, and most of the staff they found were more than 55, and there was restrictions at that time on the pandemic, the restaurant owners decided to shut shop, then revive the industry. They said the rents had already become unbearable. They were barely making profits and they needed to invest more. And when they found that the pandemic came and there was no sign of the pandemic ending, they decided they could not keep making any more investments and shut shop completely. These are two big names which have shut shop, which people can recall when I say. Imagine there are millions of small eateries, mom and pop shops which are running on a daily basis. There are a lot of caterers who run businesses out of home depending on marriage and other functions to cater. Each catering unit employs at least 200 to 300 people on the day when these functions happen. These groups are paid regularly and kept in ready if and when orders come. During the Deen season in December, the Madras Music Festival, if one has been to the Madras Music Festival, there have been lot of sabhas. In every sabha would be a caterer providing special meals for those who came to listen to Carnatic music and other functions. A lot of people who are not very keen on Carnatic music would do a circuit of the sabhas just to eat the tiffins. Last year, the sabhas went online and there was no music season. These kind of repeated pressures on an industry which is heavily leveraged makes it very difficult. with property prices being where it is, hotels and restaurants run on huge margin. And when the time becomes bad, you cannot pay interest and principal on time. You start to sink on the weight. And the moment you start to sink, nothing can stop you, and the leverage kills you. That is exactly what is happening in Regency Hotel. But even in case of Woodlands, where there is no leverage, people just want to give up. They don't want to keep fighting the nature and the fact that demand has dried up due to the non availability of private consumption. Unless there is a direct stimulus and the government manages to vaccinate people in time, you are not going to get people filling up the hotels anytime soon. In fact, it is shocking because Mumbai is the heart of the Indian business establishment. It is the starting point for any financial investor who wants to invest in India. It is also the gateway into India for many foreigners and people leaving India. If in such a location, a hotel very close to the Bombay airport is forced to shut down because there is not enough money to pay salaries and there are no enough clients to generate revenues to pay salaries, then one can imagine the pain of these of this industry. Think about all the resorts that are on hill stations which have missed two seasons in a row and are in no position to survive. They will not only have to survive this pandemic, they have a lean season, and the only time you can expect some crowd to come and season to be houses to be full is the coming year. All the temple towns where the temples have been shut down have thinned out of crowds. There have been lot of lodges and hotels which have been built thinking that crowds will come. In Tirupati itself, there was a major problem when the road links to Madras became big. The all the investments that were made, big hotel investments that were made in Tirupati town below went fat because people could easily book for a darshan from nearby locations like Bangalore and Madras and go and come back on the same day. So people staying overnight dramatically declined in the town of Tirupati, and the entire hotel industry went for a toss. But at this time, whatever little crowd was coming in would also have stopped since the pandemic hit about 18 months ago. The entire economy of the tourist towns would be in serious trouble. So it is very clear that this pandemic has done a lot of damage to tourism, restaurant, and the hospitality sector. And terms like revenge tourism and people being saved the next day is not going to happen. It is going to be a long haul. Hotels which are highly leveraged will suffer a lot because they have to pay interest even for this period where the economy is not working. The only big chains that will survive are like those of ITC and Taj, which have strong parents who can keep pumping in crores of rupees to keep these hotels alive. Even Orient Hotels, which is owned by Taj Group, had to sell a property in Vizag to bring down debt to run the two properties in Madras. Even today, after paying down debt, highly leveraged. So, this pandemic came at a time when, in expectation of rapid growth, the number of 5-star and 3-star rooms in all major Indian towns went up, and most of this real estate was built on leverage money, which is in serious trouble today. Thank you for watching. Be rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.